everybody. Today we're going to be talking about primers. So I've talked about primers separately in my videos, but I haven't brought in the prep and tonic. So I wanted to do sort of a comparison in terms of who they're for, why they exist, and why there are so many of them. So there are actually 4 of them. So prep, tonic, hairdresser's invisible oil, and curl. This is actually also in the order of weight. So lowest weight to highest weight. So primers are very much so like the idea of primer in, say, cosmetics or makeup. What they do is they fill in the porosity of your hair, not your skin. So they fill in the porosity, they make your products work better, last longer, and you need to use less product after you've used a primer. A good way to describe them to your guests would be a fancy detangler that does a lot more than that and allows them to use less product and have that product work better. So the first one is going to be prep. So prep actually came out to wet hair down backstage in fashion shows or in photo shoots because there's no sinks. And we wanted to do something a little bit more luxurious and more helpful to the hair than, say, just plain tap water. So before vitamin water came out, this is called vitamin water for the hair. So this has a lot of wonderful ingredients like algae, hops, kelp, rosemary, safflower seed oil, and for the life of me, I can never remember that, so I always have to read the back of the bottle. But this one is going to be for your finer hair. And back in the day, before the other ones came out, this was going to be for your virgin hair, whereas tonic was going to be for your color-treated hair. So think of this for your very healthy hair, people who don't have as much porosity, but still need a little detangling and a little bit of help to make their products work better. So this is actually lighter than water, so this is a really great cutting tool as well. And so is prep. And so is tonic. So tonic is going to be the next step up, and again, for color-treated hair. Tonic has all the wonderful ingredients that prep has, but it also has tea tree oil, peppermint, rosemary, all these really good things, and lemongrass. So this is also really good for your scalp. So tonic is very, very soothing for people who have itchy scalps and dry scalps. So not only is it good for here, it's good for here as well. And again, it's very tea tree oil-y, but tea tree oil is a natural antiseptic. So this is just a really cool all-around product. And I always think tonic like old school apothecary type thing because it does a lot of things. This can disinfect your brushes. It actually can repel lice. I have a friend who actually sprays it on her dog when she goes hiking. So this is a really, really versatile product. And if you go to our education or you watch our educators, you'll see they use this product more than any of the other ones. However, the next step up in moisture, this one has really become the darling behind the chair in our network salons. So Hairdresser's Invisible Oil Primer, you can see, is a bit milkier than the other ones. This one also has that heat and UV protection in it. So when our products say they have heat protection in it, it is protected against 16 passes of a 450-degree flat iron looked at under the microscope with no damage. So this is going to be very good for your heat stylers, your people who have very compromised hair. I do use this product from my mids to my ends. It's too much for my root, but I love this to fill in the porosity at my ends and make me look a little bit less frizzy or coarse depending on, I guess, how long I've had my hair cut or the most recent time I got my hair colored. So be mindful of how much you use. You do not need to saturate the hair too much, especially if it's finer like mine. But again, you can build it up in terms of how much porosity the hair has and how much saturation it needs. The final one is going to be the curl primer. So curl primer, obviously made for curly hair. This is going to help the curls start formulating. So you're going to be able to pack in that moisture in the curls and help it start formulating and help it start perking up to create smooth, detangled curls. Again, for curly hair, I think this one is really, like, no matter what product you're using, you need to take home a primer because it's going to help detangle and it makes the products work so much better. So that is the primers. If I missed anything, let me know in the comments, and I appreciate it.